Ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed a sad day. This is not Canet. I am not Kalen Knudsen, nor am I Luke Cornell. However, this is a groundbreaking news show here at North. I'm Brock Dorton, along with Gage Thompson, Katie Bruckner, and Michael Fuller. This is North Nation Sports. Now, to get things started off, we're going to start with your football team. They did have the words, conference championship and North football at the beginning of the season were not used in the same sentence. The first two games this year, North barely escaped a less than admirable Raytown team by 5 and got dominated by a Blue Springs South squad by 32. However, the team went to Kearney and, in Coach Clement's words, went up and smacked them in the mouth and kept going. The team were blown out over the course of 2 days by rival Staley after a rain delay on Thursday night. In true North fashion, they rode a win streak for the rest of the season, beating Fort Osage for the first time ever in program history, and the rest of the season stomping or shutting out opponents until the playoffs, in which they got in a duel with the Park Hill South Panthers. North did end up on top of the game 28-16. The next challenge for North was then seizing the city of Troy as the Eagles went up against the Park Hill South Trojans. And it was a defensive struggle all game long, and all the points scored by North was on a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Park Hill did drive on the Eagle D for 10 points and stopped North at the 1 with 16 seconds left, and those 16 seconds faded, and the magical ride was over. It's the same place last year, Park Hill. I asked Coach Clements why he went for the touchdown and not a field goal, and he said, "Did you see our last field goal attempts? The Eagles did net a share of that conference crown and an 8-3 record." Now, here's a story on. Now, our swimmers also went to state this year, and here's their thoughts before it happens.
All right, thanks for having me out today. So far this season, we had one of our biggest meets this past Saturday at Columbia at Mizzou Aquatic Center. Just about our whole team had at least one best swim. A lot of guys had their both the best swims. Our relays went pretty fast, so we couldn't be more pleased with how we did on Saturday. So far, we've got a lot of guys qualified for state.
What has the most exciting moment of the season been so far?
I think this past Saturday, to be honest with you, that was probably our biggest meet, one that we wanted everybody to do well, and just seeing really all the guys come up with at least one to swim, many guys 2 swims that where they improved their time. We had some dramatic time drops. Jack Martin's one had a big time drop, and getting Joey Trout to qualify for state in the breaststroke was pretty exciting as well.
Well, my favorite thing about state is really just being with the team and trying to do my best for North and just going out and swimming with the guys. I mean, that's where the fun is. So I'm really looking forward to going out there and competing for our school.
So I anticipate that 3 of us and Joey are shooting for top 16, and we hope we will get top 16. And in both relays, the 200 and the 400 relays, we're going to get top 8 in state.
We've been preparing for state, and we've been dropping our yardage every day and taking it a little bit easier, but still at pretty high pace practices.
What are some of your main team goals for the boys?
Well, I guess we'll start with state. We want to get as many guys to state as we can, and then we want to score as high as we can at state. And so we'd like to get some relays. We got 2 relays in the top 16 last year. Top 16 is what places. And so we'd like to maybe get a little higher and get some more individuals. Max Meyer placed for us last year. We'd like to get some more guys to place. And then also conference. We want every guy who swims varsity conference, we want them to come back and place a conference. And we want to win conference. Staley's pretty good, so they're going to give us a run for our money, but that's our goal.
Their dreams were achieved this year, as they did end up grabbing 8th in the state championship. Now send it over to Gage with your soccer and softball updates.
Brock, this year your Eagle men's soccer team was 16-8, winning a conference championship and also getting the 2 seed in districts. Sadly, they lost in the first round of districts due to our crosstown loss with Liberty. Senior Alex Trinidad led the team with 18 goals and 11 assists, winning Conference Player of the Year. Some of the leaders on the team included Dylan Posada with 12 goals and 6 assists, as well as Drew Hutton with 7 goals and 5 assists. In other sports, let's talk some softball. A video was produced to show the success of the team. Let's take a look. The rain is falling, the leaves are blowing, it's sweater weather. And it's not generally a time you think about Liberty North softball. But I got the chance to sit down and talk with a couple of our Liberty North varsity softball girls about the season and about their back-to-back division titles. Let's see what they have to say.
Sharing like all these emotions with our teammates in these last 2 years because we've been more successful than we've ever been.
Our team has definitely had great leadership, not just from the seniors, but from everybody. There's not a single person on this team that couldn't step into a leadership role if we needed it, and that has been fantastic for our success.
I think I can speak for all the seniors when I say that we went into every game with the passion and we wanted to make our last season as good as it could be and go out with a bang. Well, yeah, it's changed throughout the years because at first, like, we weren't as aggressive, but like now, we've had more success with it. We're more aggressive on the bases. We just like all we're playing to do more and more instead of like holding back. So it's been really good.
You know, since it's my senior year and it's, you know, there's 5 of us, so I think we all had that it's now or never attitude, and we all had just even more of a drive to get out there and win ball games.
So next year, without the seniors, I think we're really prepared because we'll have a lot of freshmen this year that will be ready to take the place of the seniors.
As you can see, these past 2 years, our ladies softball team has been playing with fire, winning back-to-back division titles. Well, the ladies are soaring above the radar with their success. Katie, what's happening under the radar?
Thanks, Gage. Sadly, the cross-country season has come to an end. The team was led by coaches Lindsay Plaster, Greg Wickham, Marie Gagline, Mike Klug, following up on a very important state meet on November 7th in Jefferson City. The state qualifiers were Luke Cannell, Kelsey Cox, and Chloe Johnson. Kelsey took 50th place, Luke took 132nd, and Chloe took 60th and the conference champ. The volleyball girls had a great season, coached by Jeff Fogel and Megan McGurn. The team has definitely made some improvements. They finished a place higher in state conference and won a more total of games than in 2014. Athlete Elena Adams was offered a full ride scholarship to Peru State. The Liberty North tennis girls played well this season. Unfortunately, 3 of their top 6 players were out due to injuries, but the team placed second in conference, 4-1. Players Holly Hawkins and Paige Garrison went all conference. The young team was filled with most returning players and led by seniors Cammie Porter, Emily Chapman, Mateus Contreras, Madison Hunter, and Mariah Costa. Women's golf ended with some major achievements. The team places 3rd in district tourney. They advanced to sectionals, which is the first time that's happened. 2 girls were sent to state. Maddie Matson, who placed 27th, and Lake Grayville's second time at state, who received 44th place. The team hosted a home tournament at Cardinal Hill. 21 teams competed and Liberty North won. Seniors Lauren Birkenes, Maddie Matson, and Kaylee Hagan will be missed next year. Now over to our newest member on the NNS family, Michael, with our update on marching band.
Thank you, Katie. As you just heard, my name is Michael, and today on North Nation Sports, we'll be doing a recap of everyone's favorite marching band, our own Liberty North Screaming Eagles Marching Band. The Liberty North Marching Band has accomplished many great things. First of all, getting 3rd in Class 5 field competition in Trenton, Missouri. They also achieved first place title at Carrollton Field Competition. Now moving on to color guard. They managed to haul in a first place at Carrollton, as well as participating in the Trenton competition. Now don't worry, we saved the best for last. Your very own Liberty North Drumline held in 2nd place at Drum at the Summit in Lee Summit, and also at Carrollton. They also beat rival school St. Joe Central. As well, they competed in the Trenton Drumline competition and beat rival school Liberty High School. Overall, this year, Mr. Fuller says that marching band has been a great success. We a lot of hard work from everyone. Good job, Screaming Eagles.
Thanks, Michael. Now from our freshman Michael to a senior Michael. You may have seen him on the field or on the court, depending on your preference. For a while now, and NNSN has a special look on the man called Q-Tip Michael Wansing.
I started playing football when I was in 1st grade. The reason I started playing it was just because the rest of my family played it, and I watched it on TV, so I wanted to try it.
But what happens to a guy when he comes off the bench and leads his team to a conference championship? Does anything change for him?
Nothing changed much. Just, you had to step up and make things happen. From being a public figure, I don't really consider myself a public figure, but I guess you just always got to be, you're always on, you know, people are always watching you, so you always got to be your best. So, I mean, we're student athletes, so the student part always comes first. You got to get your work done, and then the athlete part, it's always fun being able to play. So it's hard work, but it's always fun. Yeah, it was a good experience. It taught me a lot. Taught me how to work hard, you know, just work ethic and being a good teammate.
Thank you. Now, basketball did have their Friday Night Madness on Friday night this last week, and they also have a game, I should say, on December 4th and December 6th. Both of these will be at neutral sites, and that's all we have for North Nation Sports. Remember to follow us on Twitter at NNSLNHS on Twitter. Want something on the show? Email me your idea. That's all we have for North Nation Sports today. As long as there are sports here at North, we will be covering it. Thank you, Eagles. Now go support your teams this winter. As we say at the network, EAG. Oh, yeah!